got here, and it's time to talk about Mushoku Tensei, and it seems like we're finally heading to a new adventure and focusing on the main plot of the story here. Not to say that the depression arc wasn't good, especially last week's episode, and very important for Rudy and setting up future things, but I'm so happy we're focusing a bit more on the main story, so to say, with Sylphie, with the invitation that he got from a school, heading back to the main goal he had when he was a kid in his second life here. And seems like things are gonna get very interesting moving forward, especially after the last scene in the episode. And so far I have to say I've really liked Soldat. He's probably my favorite new character from season 2. And there are some scenes here, especially with Elinalise horny bunk. I'm having so much fun with this episode, so let's get into it and talk about it. Now, we see it pick up from how things ended last week with Rudy being with Soldat's group. They're there on a mission, fighting some grizzly monsters that were running from a red dragon that they were hunting it, and the action was really good, and I liked the group dynamics here. Soldat actually trusted Rudy. Even when they asked for a retreat, he went in to fight the red dragon there, and that fight was really good and just shows how strong Rudy has become throughout the years. But also they made a really good point in this episode, and we're gonna get that there about his power. But here during the fight, he handled the dragon really well, even though the dragon, even Rudy said that he was half dead, but the way he handled it with the quagmire, the mud there, the stone spikes, blasting it everywhere, it looked really good. And even mentioning how good it looked throughout the episode, the backgrounds, the scenery, the way, I'm glad Mushoku is definitely more than back right now, and he deals with that dragon very easily here, and all of them started praising him, and even Soldat asking him to officially join the party, but he says no, he has other things to do, finding his mother and everything else. And this is why I really like Soldat, and we're gonna get more to him. But after that, still praying to the holy relic of the pants of Roxy. I like that, but also find it weird. But hey, Mushoku is gonna be Mushoku. He still keeps up with his training there, even with his reputation. It seems like the reputation has helped him quite a lot, building up this reputation ever since he has been here. Even in the tavern, they were talking about him singing the bards, even though some of them were asking for a different song about quagmire. And this is where we have the best entrance and timing. Elinalise is here, and I'm already horny. Walks in and instantly spots Rudy. Hey, I found you. And yeah, she started putting the moves, those lips, the licks, she was ready to pounce on him there and introducing herself. Rudy thought he had a chance there, so to say, as in a chance to withstand her, not a chance with her, because pretty much everybody has a chance with Elinalise. I volunteer as tribute. But yeah, and this is where Rudy finds out she was with Roxy. She was part of Paul's old party there instantly when he heard about Roxy, and she started putting the moves on him. Unfortunately, he thought he could keep up with her because she is not a virgin anymore, but he still had the problem, couldn't get it up. But she gets a bit serious, Elinalise, and when she finds that pendant from Sylphie, and I think like that pendant kind of signifies like lovers or something. I don't remember if they actually said in the series what exactly signifies that gift from Sylphie. Let me know in the comments below, but if it's a spoiler, don't tell me, but probably along the lines like marriage or something like that, when Sylphie gifted that to him. It's gonna be interesting when Rudy and Sylphie finally reunite, and she has a similar one also looking, which there's probably some history there, and that's when she backed off with the horniness from him. So I also hope we're gonna get more background on Elinalise besides her just always being horny. Maybe they explain that, is she just herself like that horny, or there's something more to that. And this is where she tells him where Zenith is in the labyrinth city of Rapa on the Begarit continent, and it's very far away. It would probably take him like 1 year to get there, and apparently Zenith is a labyrinth explorer now, which I hope that's true. Kinda seems like too good to be true, considering where everybody was and how they ended up. Is she the one that actually had a well decent life and she really couldn't just get back? Wouldn't be that easy for her, and she decided to make a life for herself there? But I don't know, that sounds too good to be true. I hope so. I really hope Zenith is gonna be okay, and we're gonna have to see. It's gonna be a while before Rudy even gets there, and Roxy and Paul and the others are heading towards her, looking for her, so Rudy's not the only one. And this is where we see daily lives a bit, so to say, for Rudy and Elinalise, and her being Elinalise being Elinalise. Rudy pretty much figured out she's a slut, like a horny slut. Of course, he wanted Sam also to get caught up into it, but he couldn't get it up, and she was just fucking left and right, bringing people to her room always. But this is where I felt a bit sad with Rudy. All of the jokes aside and everything, he kind of gave up in a way, or accepted his fate with his erectile dysfunction and relationship, let alone him not being able to get it up. And Elise was spot on here. We see him is scared of relationships and betrayals, of getting emotional or close to people, and this kind of scarred him quite hard, what happened with him with Eris, and also what happened with Sarah, because kind of had a similar effect, or amplified what Eris did to him, or how he took it there, and kind of is gonna be something that's gonna stick with him for a while. And this is why I really think the depression arc was very important. I know some people had issues with it, even myself I had some issues with it. I wanted something more serious that we're getting right now with this episode, but hindsight is always 2020, and I really do think it was very important. And episode 3 was probably one of the most important from season 2, at least so far. This one seems to set up future things that we have here, and probably after that, when he admits his inner monologues with his being scared of relationship, after that we have the next day, which I was laughing so much. This was the funniest scene in the entire episode. Elinalise outside with Soldat after they had sex in the room, and Soldat panicked, looking at Rudy. No, I wasn't with your woman, Rudy. It's okay. No, the face he made there, but Rudy's like, it's okay, she's not my woman. That scene was gold. And he even gives a good review. Rudy asking, how was it? Really good, she's awesome. And he wanted some, but unfortunately he couldn't. And Elinalise kind of took all of them, honestly, all of the party members from the group. So she had some mileage. I need also Elinalise. I need an Elinalise in my life also. But yeah, and after that we get some very important answers. Rudy thinking, how does Elinalise keep this harem without any issues? People getting jealous, troubles, drama and everything. And I was like, I didn't even consider this. I was like, yeah, men are just gonna be men, whatever. But she has a system. She pays them. She actually pays them. I'm like, okay. Rudy said that's like reversed prostitution, but she's like, I'm gonna pay you not to get serious about me. So she doesn't pay them for the actual act, that's a pleasure, but she doesn't want people to get serious about her, which kind of makes sense. But I'm also very curious why she's so slutty or horny all of the time. But after that we get, this is like the thing that's gonna be set up for the future. He gets a letter from Genius, the vice principal of the Ranoa University of Magic, the same place where Roxy was. His reputation also got that far as Quagmire, as his magic, being able to cast without incantation, and asked to come to school as a special student with a lot of benefits, and this is where he has a lot of thinking to do. And of course, it was very obvious he's gonna go there, but I really like the steps that it took for him to make this decision here. He even goes in and asked Conrad, and Conrad, while they're talking about the school, it seems like a legit offer. He was a bit surprised when he found out that Rudy was noble, part of the Grey Rat household. And what I really liked during that conversation was it hit Rudy a bit, and he started crying. The camera didn't show his face, but it hit him, thinking of the family, everything that he lost, everything that happened. I really liked that small scene. There was very important during the conversation, and it reminded him also of his original goal to go to school, and thinking of Sylvie also and where she is. And now we know also, thanks to the episode 0 with Guardian Fitz, what she is up to, and Ariel the princess, which we're gonna see there what's going to happen with that. But this is where Elinalise starts telling him it's probably better for him to also go to school, and she kind of doesn't want to meet with Paul again. She really hates Paul. I'm curious what happened between them there, but Rudy wants to find Zenith. But this is where we have some intervention in the form of the man god. He finally shows up again. They get into it, they start bickering a bit. Why weren't you there when I asked for help to find my mother? This, of course, this is the most suspicious character in the series, probably the main villain, so to say. And also with Orsted, what happened in that turning point, there were whatever's happening going on there, with Orsted instantly attacking Rudy when he just heard when Rudy mentioned the man god. So we have a lot of things going on with this guy. Is way too suspicious to say the least, even more than Orsted, for me at least. But during their conversation here, kind of pushes him, tells him, hey, go to school, this is gonna be better for you, but also warning, don't go to Begarit where Zenith is, you're gonna regret it. So yeah, got me even more worried about Zenith right now after that comment. Tells him, would you like Roxy to see you in this state, enroll into university and investigate the teleportation there? And yeah, he made a good point there, and Rudy kind of started thinking to himself, maybe he needs also some power up. His magic kind of stagnated here, which is a very good point. That's what I mentioned also at the start of the video. He hasn't really had any upgrades into magic, so to say. His power, if he wants to have another fight with Orsted, he's gonna need all the power he can get his hands on. He was outclassed there very much, even though he put up a really good fight. The way he handled himself during that fight, pumping air into his lungs to be able to breathe again, actually wounding or scratching Orsted a bit, considering his state. So yeah, he definitely needs some proper school magic here to learn a lot more. And by the way, that man god Puret, enroll and everything is gonna go well, and you're even gonna be able to cure your ED, and that's all that Rudy needed to hear. And I don't know how that's going to work out here. That's a lot of big promises, but usually things go well, quotation marks, go well when he follows the advice of the man god, but way too suspicious. There's way too many things this guy is keeping to himself. But we're gonna see. That's probably where we're gonna be next. He wakes up, Elinalise is in bed with him. Man, this has to be the biggest tease and most frustrating thing. You have one of the most beautiful girls with you in bed and you can't get it up. He even checked, he couldn't. But yeah, after this we get a bit of a goodbye with Soldat's group, and with Soldat. He was being a bit grumpy that he was losing Rudy, even saying, hey, I was just using you for money. But yeah, Soldat was probably the best support that Rudy had, considering his depression and everything that happened. That's why I really like Soldat. Hopefully we're gonna see him again. Even he said maybe we're gonna have some jobs in that continent in Ranoa. So yeah, hopefully, I hope we're gonna see Soldat more, and them making sort of a promise. Let's see each other again, and they set up for this new adventure. Rudy going to school along with Elinalise, their travels, and this is where we have a bit of a presentation with new characters in school. We even see Zanoba with his statues still being Zanoba. Ariel fits probably seems later in school. Also this Goro looking guy like with multiple arms, a demon looking guy. So things are definitely getting a lot more interesting right now, to say the least, heading for the school, everything that's being set up. But I'm worried about Zenith. Well, this is probably going to be very important for Rudy to go to school. A lot of things are going to happen there. But Zenith, what's going on with her? So yes, I'm very, very excited for Mushoku Tensei. This episode probably has got me more excited about everything so far in season 2. So yeah, I'm really curious what you guys thought about the episode. Are you excited? Are you horny for Elinalise? And what do you think about the school and all of the new characters we're gonna get moving forward? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Mushoku Tensei. Make sure you check out the podcast also, because anime. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. And Elinalise, bye bye.